Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus. Early this morning, well, you got your first one, your first debate between your president of the United States and a gentleman who wants to replace him. Well, America, you heard the debate. I ask you, what do you think today? You had Donald Trump coming in like a bulldog, like he want to scare everybody in the country and convince everybody else in the country to get in line, or they're going to have to deal with this bulldog. So you got a nation who, this president is want to put it in line by intimidation and fear. You got another candidate who wants to be president of the United States who wants to try to get out of this line of fear, step back to a little bit what we call normalcy. Well, most of you people in America know that it is normalcy that put President Trump in office. It took him over the hill, took America over the hill, but it is that normalcy that brought us here. And this, ladies and gentlemen of America, this is where you're at. Are you want to go back to normalcy or deal with this bulldog? Well, we see what this bulldog has done. The bulldog decided he wants to tell all of his little bulldogs to get ready, get their machetes and get their weapons together, because whether or not we American people want him or what he's about, he's going to take it. He's going to take it. He's willing to kill you Americans and anybody else, and he wants the white folks in the ghetto, in the suburbs, to believe that he is their friend. They're the one who got the money. They can get the guns. They can hire even the people that's being abused to kill the people that's being abused. See, that's what Trump offers. And all I can say about the Democrats and Joe Biden is what you call normalcy. And this is what you, the American people, are dealing with. When you had an option of dealing with a different situation where you were trying to get everybody a job, and not just any job, but a career of choices. We wanted to make sure that we had enough doctors and nurses and medical personnel in this country to address any sickness, any disease. We wanted to make sure that we had the research being well advanced. As you want a kind of pandemic ending with some quick Purex poured down your vein, maybe you could come up with something if you gave it time and concentrated on how to deal with cancer, how to deal with any of these diseases that's taking people's lives. Oh, well, but you got to have people doing that. You got to have enough people. You just can't have a few people so somebody gets sick, nobody's to replace them. We got to have an overwhelming number of medical employees. Not only that, we need the same thing when it comes down to preparation to make food, make sure that everybody has access to food. We need to make sure that these food banks are overwhelmed. We need to make sure that we got enough food in every country, so if one country needs additional food, they can get it from another country. We got to make sure that we do that, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to you. I'm not talking about governments. I'm talking about you. Because every government on the face of this is designed to screw you and another government. I'm trying to tell you there's only one love, and that's the love of God. And I'm trying to tell you that the things that I say to you is an expression of the love of God and not the love of the devil. You're talking about this election. Donald Trump is trying everything he possibly can to mess up this election. He's trying everything he can to mess up this election. I can guarantee you, if there are 10 people in this country trying to mess up this election, 1 or 2 might be a Democrat. 10 or 8 is a Republican doing what they think Donald Trump wants them to do. And you, the people, get screwed on every end. Now, the love of God has sent to you a gentleman who's standing right here before you right now. The joker is black. The joker ain't got $50 in his pocket. But he has a heavenly plan that will put every last one of you. I don't care if you rich. I don't care if you a little bit rich. I don't care if you ain't rich. I don't care if you poor. I'm telling you, a government, call a superior government, the superior government. And it is from the divine spirit that you can't see. It's from God, invisible. It ain't from Donald Trump. It's not from Joe Biden. It's not even from me. It's from God. And it'll put every last one of you in a home, a nice, beautiful home, in a beautiful city that the infrastructure is immaculate. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, that will make your state as beautiful as all of the other states. And the 50 United States will look like a bouquet of flowers. And every last one of you will be walking around like children that's been blessed by the Most High God. But you won't be judged by that just because you look like that. You will be judged by that because that's what you will be doing for every other city and outside of this country, every other town, and every other nation that needs to be beautiful like America. That's what we would be doing. But you know what? When Donald Trump says, get ready, those haters out there start producing t-shirts, letting the world know, letting each other know, we're ready. We're ready to go on the battlefield. We're ready to kill. We're ready to kill. We're ready to take over these streets because these are our streets. Can you believe a human being is trying to claim some streets? A earth that was made by God, cement that was made by God, and here comes some white man or some black man or some Indian or some Chinese or some Puerto Rican or some anybody trying to tell you belongs to them. Can you believe that? And ready to kill you for it? Well, that's what you got in Trump. Joe Biden don't want to go that big, but I guarantee he didn't say a guaranteed plan to deal with health care for everybody. No, he said it as close as he could, but he didn't mean it because they don't know the plan. They have no idea of the plan. And I guarantee you, not a single one of them have I ever heard say anything about a plan. The only one I hear came close was, well, it could have been Sanders, I'm not sure, but he came close because he talks about health care for everybody, and he's talking about places where everybody get health care, so he was close as one. But America don't care about health care for everyone. Why? Because white people, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to you white people now, you set the system up. You made it possible that some people could have health care and others couldn't. And now that is a thought process that run across this nation. Some people can have health care and others can't, and the one that can, we don't give a damn about. That's America. Yes, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, those bulldogs, they start putting up t-shirts. They're saying we're ready to go into battle. But when I was talking about peace and prosperity and freedom and joy of life and the fulfillment of your dreams for every citizen, when I talked about your needs, your wants, and your desires being met, when I talk about never being without food, clothing, shelter, education, and health care, and a career, I talked about that. I thought that was the greatest Christmas gift of an American could ever heard about. But you know what? For 40 years I've been doing this. Donald Trump has been in office 3 years and a little bit. He talked about this because he's been an evil person all his whole life. And the nation, half of the nation supports him. Even governors, churches, preachers, evangelicals, fundamentalists, all of these people support that ugly stuff that Donald Trump is talking about. And the stuff that I talk about, you know what? I have not gotten one person, not one person in America. Well, maybe 3. Maybe 2 of them were willing to do something. But the rest of the nation has not lifted a finger, and the only thing they got to do is to tell me to go sit down. I don't know what I'm talking about. I need to be held and bent by the Bible that was given to us by the people that have made us second-class citizens for over 400 years, and they're shooting us right now. I don't give a damn about us. But I'm supposed to adhere to a Bible that they put before me and tell me this is the way I have to walk. Now, that Bible was put together by somebody. I know that for a fact. But I also know that the Spirit is talking to me. I know that for a fact. And it's telling me some sweet stuff. I know that for a fact. Some sweet stuff that could be used by you. I know that for a fact. But I do know if you've been brainwashed, it takes a long time to get those brains back straight. So that's what has happened to America. You've been brainwashed. It takes a long time to get them brains back straight. And if you don't, I'm afraid that your America that you wishing for, that you missing, is gone for good. But the choice, the power, is still in your hand. The question is, what are you going to do? Speak, America. Stand up and speak. Thank you.